Wink News begins with breaking news.
Wink News is on fire watch for you today. Brush fires in Lehigh Acres creating panic at time and evacuations. Look at this video here. Some of the folks trying to get out of their homes and neighborhood so that they can get to safety.
Right now, crews are monitoring some hot spots from 2 fires that damaged 7 homes. Wink News is on top of all the developments with some live team coverage to keep you and your family safe.
We're going to have a live report go into those fire scenes for you soon. But let's go first right now to Wink News meteorologist Matt Devitt, starting off our team coverage, finding out where that forecast is today. It's been so windy, Matt. Any breaks yet?
And guys, good morning. It's still going to be another breezy day. We will see wind gusts 20 to 30 miles an hour. And obviously the reason why that's a concern, it's an issue, is because if something does spark, it's going to spread pretty quickly. 79 degrees for the high. We will see a combination of sun and cloud cover. Right now on Doppler radar, picking up on a few isolated showers, primarily inland, but really not much, and this is going to be a largely dry day ahead. It is on the cool side. Look at Fort Myers, look at Lehigh into the 50s. As we take it live outside, it is 58 degrees with wind still, it's out there at 5 to 10 miles an hour. So here's the game plan hour by hour. We will see the combination of the sun, the clouds, and the wind. Wind gusts could top 20 to as high as 30 miles an hour. Look at the lack of rain. Again, we could see a stray shower or two, but about 90% of Southwest Florida is going to be dry. So just keep that in mind. And we will talk about the drought situation in greater detail and if we have any chances of rain ahead in the next few minutes. Guys?
So we're on top of the latest brush fire conditions for you now that's happening across Southwest Florida.
Right now, we're seeing some flare-ups in Lehigh Acres. Wink News reporter Nicole Valdez is on top of this. What are you seeing out there this morning, Nicole?
Rob, Jen, I don't know if you can see it right now. It's still very smoky out here. We had a number of hot spots here just behind us. It looks like they have burned out at this hour, but still flames burning pretty intensely out here in this area just off State Road 82 in Lehigh Acres. What we do know about that fire from yesterday, 202 acres and 6 homes damaged. Just how badly this fire burned out here and devastated a lot of people in this area. No injuries so far from last point we've been told. And at last check around 11 o'clock last night, we're told 85% of this fire was contained, but it did start just around 3 o'clock last night. But again, hot spots still burning overnight. We are expecting crews to be back on this scene later on this morning to try to tackle some of those hot spots and contain smaller fires that we have been seeing throughout the night. But looking at the effect it's had on a lot of people in this area, many people had to rush out of their homes, didn't even have enough time to grab any of their belongings. The Red Cross reported at least a dozen evacuees, and this morning we are seeing some law enforcement presence still out here making sure the area is safe this morning. But this is not the only fire that impacted Lehigh Acres yesterday on Sunday. The Chale fire, another street over a couple blocks away here, was also happening yesterday around the same time. That one considered suspicious. Now, we were told last night that fire was 100% contained. That one broke out near Cardinal Street and covered more than 100 acres. So a lot of things going on out here this morning, but we want to get you to Wink News meteorologist Matt Devitt. Matt, we've been talking about how impacted this fire has been here. We talk about the moderate drought, the lack of rain, but really the wind made a pretty big chance on this, right?
Yeah, exactly right, Nicole. I mean, essentially a recipe for disaster. We have all these ingredients coming together, and Nicole was just talking about that moderate drought. Here is a look at the drought index, and basically where you see the yellow on the top portion of your screen and all the way down towards West Palm and Fort Lauderdale, that is what we consider a small drought. Now, here in Southwest Florida, we are around the elevated moderate level, and you can see that widespread in orange. Now, not only have we not seen significant rain, other than that one rain event we had 2 weeks ago, it's been dry since the fall. And right now, in addition to that, we have dry air in place. The monkey meter, the dew point is at 52. The dry air is sticking with us. And on top of that, the wind, as we know, it has been up since Friday, and that will continue to be the case. Now, the big question that everybody wants to know, hey, do we have any good rain over the next week? We're going to highlight that coming up at 4:41.
All right, Matt, thank you. And from Live Desk this morning, we're following another fire at the Picayune Strand State Forest. That's in Collier County. I believe we have some video now. This is a live look from our FDOT camera in Collier County. And do you see that glow there in the distance? That is actually this large brush fire. This is a 1,000-acre brush fire. The bad news right now is that it's only 15% contained, so it's spreading rather quickly. But you see it there, that glow. Those are active flames right now. Crews are trying to do what they can to contain it. What they'll do is build basically a barrier zone as best as they can around this fire to prevent it from spreading, especially onto the highway. We're going to continue to monitor this fire as well from the live desk. And here's another look from yesterday. Look at all that smoke pouring in the sky. Many people have reported to Wink News that they saw this smoke miles and miles away. So a very dangerous situation. As soon as something develops from this fire, we'll be sure to let you know from the live desk. Jen?
When these fires broke out in Lehigh Acres, neighbors went into action while fire crews arrived on the scene. We caught these people as they acted to save the homes. One man rushed out of his house and helped put out the fire.
You a firefighter or you just help out?
No, I help those guys in here because they need help and I'm going to try to do the best what I can.
Well, that family that he helped out, we got a chance to speak with them. They say the power of prayer also helped when they needed it the most. Big News photojournalist Caleb Ramsey takes a look.
We went to church this morning and I left my phone and we were going to go to the fair.
Go ask the neighbors if they got a water hose.
And we all decided to start fighting it off. We start seeing the fire getting closer and closer.
Everybody freaks out and nothing's going to get done.
How did you organize that so fast?
This one, it's all her job.
Okay, go over there.
She did it all.
She is the brain. She knows how to organize.
Los firefighters necesitan esto de aquí.
And when we saw the fire even getting bigger, we did our circle of prayer because we believe in an all-living, answering God. To the firefighters, they were amazing. Thank you so much for responding so quickly. They saved my house.
The family said that they are just grateful that nothing happened to their home, and they actually had to change to go back to the fair knowing that those prayers and crews came just at the right time.
Now, all the evacuations, they are lifted at this hour for those who had to leave. And we've learned that the Red Cross reception area at Veterans Park, they've shut that down. We were able to talk to some of the people who found out about the help through a reverse 911 call. One family telling us they didn't even have time to grab a thing before getting out. The Barretts say they simply had enough time to go get their grandmother out of her house down the street as she suffers from severe respiratory problems. They also grabbed another family member's 2 5-week-old puppies.
I just seen a lot of smoke and there was a lot of ashes dropping out of the sky on my arm, and I was like, something's wrong.
Now, the grandmother, Costella, she had to be taken into the Red Cross reception area at Veterans Park with a rolling chair. They left in such a rush that the wheelchair she uses is left at home along with everything else. We are committed to making sure that you and your family are safe from these fires. Extensive coverage is available for you on our Facebook page right now, and detailed information too on winknews.com. When you're on the move, you want to know about these fires, any other breaking news. Also, make sure you've got the Wink News app free for every smartphone.
Wink News remains on fire watch. We're closely monitoring hot spots from several fires across the area. Our team coverage will continue right after the break.
Also, we've learned more about a deadly crash that had I-75 shut down for hours over the weekend. Tell you about some of the local victims that lost their lives.
And right after the break, meteorologist Matt Devitt is back in with our weather on the ones forecast. Our time right now is 4:38.